Hi, my name is VX. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to get into my track breakdown for my song called Game. I would like to have a giant asterisk, probably the biggest asterisk you can find, because this is not the original track. This is different. I mean, it's largely the same, but I do not have access to the OG vocals, the OG MIDI data. I can't find it. I move stuff around, I organize stuff, and now I can't find the original project. It's a tragedy, I know. It's kind of depressing, to be honest, because I think of all my tracks as like my kids, I guess you could say. And if you lose a kid, that's not great, and it probably makes you feel like crap. So that's my giant asterisk for this video, is that this is not the OG data, and I don't even have the vocals. I mean, I have found the vocals, and I could get them, but we won't take a listen to the vocals for this particular track. Probably the only track that I won't do the vocals for, or covering of the vocals, because one, it's embarrassing, and two, it's not the actual edition, I guess, actual track vocals. If you want to listen to the vocals, you can find the track on all my socials, and without further ado, let's hop into it. So first things first is the pad right here in the final track is accompanied by this sort of growly effect, which, fun fact, is actually me burping and me pitching it down with a sampler. I don't know why I chose to do that, but it's a interesting artistic choice, to say the least. But let's get into the first pad. So let's check it out. Very, very simple. Of course, I used My Man Pigments. I did a classic bandpass on here and a simple formant. And I think it's a little bit modulated. Let me see. No, not modulated at all, actually. I think it's just wavetable positioning that's changing. Yes, that's pretty much it. And so that, I'm kind of blanking, it's a little bit late. This synth goes into this part right here, and here's a little bass riser. Well, not a riser, but I'm modulating the cutoff a little bit into the actual bass section. So let's listen to this. I believe those are dotted eighth notes, and it just repeats all throughout the track. And that's the upper bass. This is the sub. Very, very simple. Nothing too crazy. And right here, this section, and onwards is where it changes to the actual sort of bass line that moves the entire track. So let's take a listen to a few measures beforehand. Sorry. And right here is when it starts to reveal this arpeggiating synth that I think sounds really sweet looking. Sounding, not looking. Well, it looks cool, because it's all color-coded, but let's check it out. low pass it for a little bit. So obviously I open up that filter into a full filter here, where there's no synth part of the synth getting cut off, and I add a little bit of distortion, make it into a kind of a build-up. So let's listen to that in its entirety with all the other instruments. Drop. These two parts here, this is obviously the kick, and this is kind of like, I believe it's the same kick, but just high passed, so it's in a different, well, you'll hear it. Never mind, I don't have the MIDI data, that's depressing. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to skip that for now. Sorry. Let's take a listen to everything else. You know what? Let's just... Okay. We're going to have to take a look here. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I've got this feeling and it's so Okay, and we are back. We found the couple missing files. 1, 2. Actually, I don't know if this is gotten. Let's see. This is also a slightly different clap than the original track. This is... Okay, here's the vocals, but we're gonna take a look at that a little bit later. So let's hear this little percussive part. So this goes on for a few more measures, and we get into the shakers. In the actual track, there is 2 parts. Actually, there's 3 parts. There's the build-up of my reversed, or my vocal that I reversed, and added some effects to it. And there's 2 copies that I have sung, whatever it is. And I did something interesting with them. I had them as clear as I can get them, and then I dirtied them up and I kind of added a little bit of bit crushing, and I split them apart so it sounds really wide at the end. You'll hear it in the final track if you have heard it before. So here, I'll just... Okay, so I high-passed it, added some compression to even out the level, added some chorus, a little bit of reverb and delay of ping pong, bit crushed it, or rather downsampled it, which is one and the same almost, I think. Not sure. But you can see there that I balanced the right vocal, as you can tell, to the right. But it starts off in the center, both of them do, and this one veers off to the right. So, unfortunately, I do not want to play that because it's embarrassing to listen to. But you can hear, or you can see, that the riser comes in with all the instruments, plus this little floating melody that I called it. Floaty melody, excuse me. I love this synth part. So pretty. This is my second favorite part, I think, and I call it the funky lead. It's not really funky, but it's got some groove to it. Take a listen. One thing I did want to mention about this floaty melody is that it's a sample of my whistling, believe it or not. I will turn up the sustain, leave that. I don't remember the root note that I did. Let's take a listen. That actually might be it. Yeah, that's it. And all I did was just add a sine wave underneath it. But yeah, that's a whistle, believe it or not. That's strange. Added some compression for a nice snappy attack. Pitch shifting delay going up an octave, and some nice reverb. So, oops. Here, I'll go back to the initial state. Okay, sorry about that. We'll play it from here to get into the riser. So here we have the vocal coming back in, and the riser into the break. So you can hear that I kept this as a really long delay, the feedback. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, actually, FX2. Ah, that was A. Okay, so yeah, I added a lot of delay with that ping pong reverb to get that sort of really nice space in your head as you listen, and it goes on forever, pretty much, until we get to here. I'll start it from the miniature riser. Of course, I didn't play it from the right spot. I'm supposed to play it from here all the way through the break. Oops. There we go. I'm supposed to play it from this bar all the way through the breakdown, and this actually is supposed to be some sort of synth orchestra, synthestra, if you will. That didn't, well, that doesn't have any audio, or even, well, I mean, it has the MIDI data, but no synth attached to it for some odd reason. Again, old project. It makes the final cut, but you can hear it in the breakdown of the full track. Or you can hear the breakdown inside of the full track, excuse me. But that cuts into the riser. And this, of course, echoes throughout the entire track until it again reaches its place that it's actually supposed to play, not the delay all the way through. And let's just take a listen to this part right here. We'll go almost to the end. Oops. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just let it play out. Screw it. to cut it short, but again, last time reminding that these aren't even the right claps. So this project is a bit of a mess, but at least for you to, it's a good, you can get an idea of what the track breakdown would sound like. I could do a further breakdown if I actually find the OG MIDI data and all the original track data, but am I going to find it? I have no idea. I'm doubtful, but I shouldn't be pessimistic like that. I should be optimistic that I'm going to find it and I'm going to do an actual breakdown of everything. But as it stands, I am going to cut it short because not even the clap is the right sample. It's pitched up and there's less reverb, so it sounds a little goofy. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it for what it is. I hope that you learned something useful or at least interesting, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.